Alright guys, sorry about that, picking up where we left off. Now one thing, I do realize that this video is getting very long, so I'm going to do my best to go through this as quick as possible, and what that also means is anytime we get to a question where I think either you know it or you don't, I'm going to skip right by it. This is a good opportunity for that because question 22 is one of those. So if you don't know the answer to this question, don't waste your time, skip it, go on to the next one. And here's a good thing why we did it too, is because we skipped it and we see this word again. So what I'm going to do, type in the equation. And this time I don't want to put in the y because there's too many letters, so I'm going to say 2k squared minus 3m, parentheses 3k minus 4. And just like last time, we got two letters, so we don't get anything yet, so I'm just going to say, got to define it. This time k is my first letter, m is my second letter. And we're going to find which of these answers gives me a 4. So I try the first one, 6k to the third plus 12m. Nope. Keep going. There it is. And we get this one. For question 24, that's a skipper. Question 25, it's a table, but if you look at those answer choices, there's two of them, and I don't want to deal with this, so I'm going to skip that one. Okay, question 26. This is going to be the first time we see something like this. So this time, we've seen equations before, but this time it's not like a y equals or something like that. Now, if you get an equation like this, what I want you to do is find that equal sign, draw a line down the middle. And we're going to go back to doing this. I want to say y equals, and I'm going to type in everything on the left side of that equal sign. So again, everything from the x all the way to the parentheses, stopping here. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Y equals 108. And basically what I want to figure out is where does this cross this? So I know there's supposed to be a red somewhere, so I'm going to zoom out until I can find it. And now what you'll notice is that it crosses twice. But we're talking about real world situation right now. So if I click on this left one, it says negative 12. I can't have negative 12 foot long deck. So I look on the other side, 9 feet is the one I'm going to go. And in case I didn't make it clear, always look for the first number, the number on the left. That is the one that you want. Okay, we are back to a table, and this is actually one that we can deal with. So let's go make a table. Fill it out, 23, negative 1, 15, 2, 7, 5, negative 1. Hit this button right here. This time it asks for the slope. If it does that, all you got to do is look for the number that's in front of the x. Now in this case, we have all fractions here. That's a decimal. All I've got to figure out is which decimal actually matches, or which fraction actually matches that decimal. So I'll just go down the line. First, I know it's got to be negative, so I'm not even going to bother with that one. So I'm going to say negative 8 over 3. And that looks good to me. There it is. Okay, 28, I am skipping. 29, we're back to this. We got an equal sign, something on the left side, something on the right side. So we're going to go in. We're going to say y equals, and I'm going to say 4 over 3, z plus 6. I'm going to say y equals negative 4, parentheses 1 over 6, z plus 9. Now this would be a very time-consuming process to even do this by hand, and look how easy it is now. I've got a blue and a green. Click on where blue crosses green, and only look at the number on the left. In this case, that is negative 21. Okay, real quick, I would skip this question, but I think it's easy enough. So the first thing, if you try typing this into Desmos exactly as is, nothing's going to happen. But what you can do is you can swap this out for an equal sign and click on what do I need. So I know that there's supposed to be a negative 3 right there. I can't do that point, but I do know if I go just a little bit further, it goes to 1, 2. So I'm going to go to negative 3, count up, 1, 2. There's my second point. Now, these are graded for 2 points. So I wanted to show you this one so it at least gives you the points for the line. The next thing, remember we talked about this earlier, no line, that means you're going to graph this dashed. Solution set. If I put my left hand up to that, it does not go with my L, which means it can't be less. It is greater, which means it is above the line. And again, I'm going to be going faster here. That means that I'm skipping question 31. If you do it, it is a slide and divide problem. Going to 32. Now I finally see this word domain. So we've talked a lot about range. range is the y values, domain is the x values. So if I look right here, find a dot, there's the dot. What is the x value? It's a 5. So look at my answers. I only see one thing that says 5. Now, just to cover our bases in case anything else says it, the arrow's going to the left. That means everything is getting less. Skip. Nope, don't want no part of that one. Don't want a part of that one either. Question 35. Find the graph that has a slope of 2 over 3 and a y-intercept of 4. Start with the y-intercept always with these questions, because if you go down the line, y-intercept, nope, not even close. Y-intercept, nope, not even close. I'm between B and D. Both of these cross the y at 4, so even if I don't know what's due next, 50-50. Then I look at the slope, guess what? It says positive. That means that we got to be going up. So between these two, this one is going down, this one is going up. That's the only one it can be. All right, again, these are going to pop up a lot. Make sure you know what to do. So you see that equal sign, you go in, you say y equals 2x plus 1 squared. Actually typing it in correctly. Make sure it looks just like that. Don't forget anything out. So y equals the left. The reason I'm having you do y equals is look what I try here. If I just try to type in 25, nothing happens. So just make it a habit, put that y equals in front of it. And again, where it is red, cross this. I don't see it, so I'm going to zoom out. Now, last time I didn't have to worry about it, but again, I see 2 crossers. This time, I actually do want 2 answers. So on the left, we have a 2. On the right, we have -3. Or on the left, we have -3. On the right, we have 2. So I will put those 2 numbers in just like that. And if you guys haven't been keeping track, we have definitely hit the 20 that we need to pass. So we're just going to keep on trucking, see every type that we can get here. Okay, question 37. We are back to this word right here. Now, if you guys will notice, I know I've read these questions before, but really, I have not read a single one of these stories. Read the question only. The domain. Domain is not the range, and if range is the y's, that means that these have got to be the x's. Just look at your numbers. You end at 10. It's got to be an x. Already crossing out the ones with the y's. This is the only thing it can be. Okay, 38. I should skip this question, but let's talk about this. These 2 symbols, they are both less. That means they both have to be below. So if I see these 2 lines, under, under, good so far. Those are both above, that's out. Under, under, so that might be it. This is both above, so we're between A and C. Now the next thing you notice is one of these has a line and one doesn't. So even if you forget, you just got to know that they're different. So I don't want these 2 solid lines. I want a solid and a dashed. A it is. Okay, we're back to these, and this is one I want to stress because when you see them, type them both in. So when I go to Desmos, I'm going to type in the f parentheses x equals x squared. I'm also going to type in g parentheses x, and remember to type all of this in because if you don't, it's not going to give you the answer. X minus 6 plus 2. Now this one's a little bit more involved than the last one, so what I want you to do is just look at the dots. You started with red, and then you went to blue. Before I even look at numbers, which way did I go? Left or right? Well, that's to the right. Did I go up or down? Well, that's up. So I know that I went 6 units to the right. I know that I went 2 units up, just like that. Okay, we are skipping 40. There is an easy way to do that, but for time being, this is a confusing one, and they're not all the same, so we're taking an L on this one. Okay, question 41. We've done a question like this before. We're just going to have it happen again. This time we have 2 points. 5, -1, 3, -17. Make sure you can see both points. I'm going to move my graph a little bit. So I need one of these answers to go through both of those dots, and we're just going to go down the list. And it's been good to us on these right off the bat. That's the one. Now, just know that you're not always going to be this lucky. We've had a lot of A answers here, but what we were looking for, what went through the green and the purple, that's the one that did it. Okay, question 42. Find the important points. I see on the X, we crossed at -9. I see on the Y, we crossed at 3. That means one of those is going to do that. So I'm going to check this first one. Nope. Nowhere close. That crosses the X at -1. Again, I'm looking for the -9, so on to the next answer. I'm going to leave that 3 there. I'm just going to change this one to a 3. Still no. I'm looking for a -9. That's a -3. So now I'm going to change this to a fraction. Just doing that is actually checking answer D for us right here, but still no good. So I already know it's going to be C, but just to double check, there's the 3 that I wanted on the Y. There's the -9 I wanted on the X. C is the one to go to. Okay. We got another one. We've actually done one almost exactly like this before. So we're going to make a table. We're going to fill it out. Now the hardest thing about this one is going to be that it doesn't actually, oh, yes it does. My stand corrected. The test is nicer to us than I thought. You see this word right here. That means that when you click this word, or click this button that was right there, we're looking for the exponential, then find the one that matches, and in this case, the one that's closest. So I know it's got to be the 72 out front. Then I have 0.59, and you're just going to ask, is that closer to 0.6 or 0.4? And of course, 59 is closer to 60 than it is to 40. All right, watch out for these. We're back to equivalent. Just know that it's looking for 2 correct answers. So I'm going to type in the question. And what I want this time, since the answers are all also equations, I'm not looking for a number this time. I'm looking for which one of these is going to make this disappear, and I'm looking for something that's going to do it twice. So I type in the first one. And I'm going to make this a different color just so we can make sure that we know it's going to happen. Obviously, though, this one didn't do it. Ooh, maybe it did. This needs to be an X. Still no. That first one is a no good. Try the next one. And all that changes here is this -3 becomes a +3, and this +3 becomes a -3. There is my first match. Cool. Now let's try the next one. Nope, close though. Try the next one, which switches this -3 to a +3 and this X to a -1. There's my second match. And remember all you're trying to do. When does the answer cover up the question? We're almost there, guys. 45 is a skipper. 46, it looks more complicated, but it's something that we've already done. You got an equal sign, type in on both sides. What I'm going to do, y equals, we have a fraction here, so if you're more comfortable with this, go ahead and hit that divide button first, v minus 6, and then go to the bottom and put the 5, and now do the same thing on the other side. Hit that divide button so you can make the fraction all begin with, and then put the 2 on the bottom. You're looking for where green crosses purple, so we're going to scan around. There it is. When you get this, we've already done this. You're looking for the number on the left, so one of these is equal to that -20.6 repeating. So if I try all these answers, guess what? A has been a very good thing. Don't go into the test and just click all the A's, but on this particular one, A has been a winner. Okay, 47 is a skipper. 48 is also a skipper. Now for 49, technically this one should be a skipper, but I'm going to highlight this word for you real quick. If it says initial, initial means first. Guess what? You have 3 things here, you're going to get multiple points. First thing, first number. Right off the bat, you're going to get that one right off to get go. Then, if you want to know this number right here, it's smaller than 1, that means you're going down. This is the tricky one since I've already done this much. It's not the 85%. Think about what do you have to take away from 100 to get 85, and that would be 15. All right, last one. You have a graph. It wants to know the rate of change. This is the slope. So what we're going to do, you know that's going down. 50-50 automatically. You know it's got to be decreasing. You started up here, now you're down there. There's the 50-50. To get the next part, all you're going to do, go to Desmos and remember that slope. And if you need to help on this, hit this reference chart. This is the first time I've used it. Slope is this guy right here. Notice the y's are on top, the x's are on bottom. So look at the y value. The first y value you have is 6. Look at the bottom. The x value that you have is 8. I'm going to type in the 8. That gives me the 0.75, which of course is a fraction, would give me 3/4. And I know it's decreasing. I'm decreasing at 3/4 miles per minute. All right, guys. That is that. If I do the count here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Out of those 50 questions, we did only not answer 12 of them. Now, this is a math class, and you guys can add these numbers up. If you guys can get even just a good chunk of what we just did, you guys are going to succeed on this test on Thursday. Please go into it with a positive mindset. You guys can do this. Thanks for watching.